Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler 2 with me, you heard 37. So if you remember in the last one, we did our last ad hoc flight over, back to our base in Huntington, and we switched over to a cargo configuration to start flying some cargo jobs. And I did notice there's one right here I really want to do, because this goes to Cincinnati, KCVG. It doesn't pay a ton. In fact, all the jobs here, if I can find from Huntington, none of them pay that well except this one, this beef, but it's like 218 miles. They're all kind of far except for a couple of the smaller ones. But we've got this one going to, where is it, KCVG? Or is it, no, it's coming back, sorry. It's coming back. But I want to get up there. You can see it's automotive parts, only 107 miles. It pays $4,200, which is pretty good. And I wanted to actually do something. I wanted to take, actually bring stuff back. KCVG, let's look at our factories. We need electronics, chemicals, and textiles. You can see items produced, battery packs, one time electronics and batteries. I'm not sure why it doesn't show batteries being needed up here, but plastics, 2 times chemicals, and clothing we get up from our textiles. And you notice we have commodities that we have in our factory. We do have chemicals to make plastics. Why did I do that? I always get lost over here. There we go. So plastics we get from chemicals, so we can actually make plastics right now. And electronics and batteries make battery packs. And as I showed you, we have chemicals, but it says over here, manufacturing queue, we can make 20 battery packs. So I'm going to go ahead and manufacture. I don't know how we have that. We might have had some batteries. Yeah, see? 20 electronics and 40 batteries. We have 20, I guess, batteries. See, I don't quite understand. Because it says quantity 20 battery packs being produced. And I know we don't have 40 batteries, stuff like that. I mean, what if I move this over? See, I've never messed with this before. See, it says, alright, so pending, we can make 20. Why don't we make clothes, though? We can make clothing. No, not clothing, plastics. We've got 330, and it goes at 2, so, what, 165? Now we need 330 chemicals, so we can go ahead and do that. 165 pounds of plastic. See, that is pending, though. I'm going to go ahead and make battery packs. See, how do you get it to actually do it? Manufacturing queue, because we should be able to make that. So I don't quite understand why we can't manufacture that. I guess I'll have to look at it. Because, see, we should be able to go ahead and do it. I don't quite understand. I'll look at it later on. But, yeah, we're going to do the flight from Cincinnati back. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and fly up to Cincinnati. I don't know if we can actually take anything with us. If they pay anything. Like, batteries 10, but I think at KCVG, I think it's 8. Yeah, 8. Do we have anything that they pay more for? Watches 152. Let's see, we can make a bunch of money bringing them back. I think most stuff at Huntington is probably going to be more expensive because it's such a smaller airport. Animal feed 52. Yeah, see, everything's going to be more expensive here at Huntington. Alright, so what I'll probably do is I'll just fly up there empty, and then coming back, I can do the job, plus I can bring more stuff back because we need stuff like batteries, and we can actually sell that right off because batteries, like I said, is 10 here, but we can put them in because we need that, and we also need textiles. And so we can bring some of that stuff back if we wanted to. I'll probably just bring either textiles or I'll probably bring batteries back. No, I'll bring textiles because with textiles we can go ahead and make clothes right away. We don't need the electronics. By the way, at Huntington, I was noticing this. If I can get it to click on Huntington. I don't like how this does that. There we go. We do have batteries, and we have electronics here at Huntington. So why can't we just buy batteries and electronics here, go ahead and make the battery packs, and then get rid of them? I really don't quite understand. We probably can. We'll do that when we get back, though, because I'm going to go ahead and get this thing flying. I'm going to go up to KCVG and bring that thing back. Kind of sucks we got to go empty, though, because we don't have a base up there, so we can't switch over. So I'll just go ahead and fly it up empty, and then we'll go. When I get there, we'll go ahead and do the flight. Alright, everybody, I've got the plane up to KCVG. Hopefully I put in that landing there. It was actually a pretty good one. It said smooth, which I guess is some new one. I've never seen smooth before. I think that's must be in between greaser and okay. Yeah, I've never seen smooth, but it felt like a really good landing. It did say smooth, so all good. Now, one thing, I almost had a brain fart when I was doing this the first time. I was talking about, like, why isn't it pending? And it's because it takes a while, you know, for stuff to be made. The reason that I think I was confused because the battery packs was in there, and the reason that's in there it's still pending is because I don't have any electronics. So I don't even know if you can, like, cancel that. Yeah. Oops. Remove queue item. Yes. Hopefully it'll still have us. Well, shit, it didn't put it over here. But plastics, remember, we made 165, and I realized because when I took off, it said I had 40, and it was still pending over here, but I had 40. So I actually took 40 pounds of plastics with me to Cincy. So that's why it was still pending. It takes time to do that. So you can ship it and all this stuff. I think you have to actually fly it in your plane. I think ship, maybe you have an AI pilot take it, something like that. But I don't like the fact that it doesn't say that I have the 20 in there, does it? Yeah, I don't know. I hope I didn't lose my batteries. Although you can, like I say, you can buy batteries and electronics at Huntington, so we could always do that. But let me see, because you have to remember there's different tiers. I should probably show that. Of commodities. See, like the tier 1, that seems to be the stuff that you can buy at like any airport that has it, and those are like I forget, those aren't final products. What do they call them? Intermediate products that go into something to be made. And then you can see a tier 2 like clothing and the plastics. This is stuff that we actually make. So hopefully, and I think as it goes up, they become maybe more expensive, perhaps. Well, let's go over here to company information fleet. Like I say, I had 40 pounds of plastic. Let's see if they sell this commodity to the airport. Commodity sold. And you didn't tell me how much it made. Thanks for that. Finance. Let's see. I don't think I got anything. I don't think I just got anything. Okay, I did. Alright, good. We made $1,440. That's actually pretty daggone good. I'm happy with that. It's basically a free $1,440. I mean, we had to pay for our factory and everything, but I don't think you have to pay to actually run it. But yeah, so $1,400, I'm happy with that. That's pretty cool. We still haven't gotten, I got, 5 days to get up to our monthly overhead. Just so you know, I've been out of town for a little while. Actually, about a week or two ago, I got a call about a job. I did a phone interview, then had to leave town to go do the in-person interview. So I've been away for that. Ended up getting the job. Then I went away for a wedding. Just got back from that. Then this weekend I have to go hopefully try and find a place to live because I have to move for that job a few hours away. Then I'm going out of town the next weekend for a golf outing, and then the week after that, I actually start the job. So it's going to be a little hectic. I don't know when this will get posted. This is the 23rd. I actually start the job on the 12th, September 12th. So things could be kind of hectic. I don't know. I probably won't be able to do a video every day posted. I'll probably be every 2 or 3 days, and especially towards the 12th, it'll probably slow down a little bit, because I'm going to have so much going on. And if I haven't moved, I might have to live with my sister and her family for a little while, starting off if I don't already have a apartment of my own. And they have 3 little young children, so there won't be any recording there at all. I probably won't even take my computer there, just maybe my laptop or something. So, but hopefully at least a week or 2 after that, hopefully I'll be settled into a new apartment. I'll have my computer all set up and get to flying and all that good stuff. And I work like 4 days a week at the beginning, so I have like 3 days off. That would be awesome if I could record stuff like that. And then eventually move on to the DuPont schedule, which I worked before, which is just awesome, especially for doing stuff like this and recording, because you work 14 days a week, a month, have 14 off, and one of those days off is just 1 day off. Then you have 2 sets of 3 days off, and then every month you also have 7 straight days off, and you can do tons of recording and stuff like that. So hopefully, I'm gonna love the job and everything, and we can get it get everything going. Hopefully soon, hopefully sooner than later. Anyhow, we got to take automotive parts from Cincinnati, and it pays really good, down to Huntington, 107 miles, I think it is. Yeah, 107. So we're going to take off in Cincinnati. I'm not going to use the tower. I just flew in on 18 right, and as you can see, the wind is going up to the north. So we're going to take off on 18 right. I'm going to try and put our parking right here. This is where I just parked it, so we can just literally taxi right over and take off. We won't use the tower here. I just took off from there. They had me taking off on runway 12, because you can see the wind is basically going almost straight with the runway here. So we'll fly in on runway 12. ILS frequency 109.9. Usually we don't even fly. It's almost always 30, but last time we flew in, I think we came in on 12. So it's always, I don't know, the wind. Let's go over to AirNav. Like I said, the ILS frequency is 109.9. It's 6,510 feet long, although in the FSX, I think it's like 6,470, because they've lengthened it since then. The touchdown elevation and the airport elevation, both 828 feet. Approach course is 118. I think in FSX, though, let me see, it's actually 119. Not a big difference. So you're going to come in here after the holding pattern at 2,600 feet at Wiley, then down to 2,300 feet at Hunt, and then down to the runway. Of course, we'll be able to see the PAPI lights and all that. Before then, ATIS, I need to write that one down, I think. 125.2. Actually, I should write that down right now before I forget it. All right, 125.2. Let's go ahead and accept this job. And we can fit in 776 pounds of cargo. So we have 358. So 776 minus, what is it? What are we taking? 358. So we can actually take 418 pounds of commodities. Now, I think we should take stuff that we can actually make. They have textiles, and that's pretty cheap, so we could probably load up the plane with textiles. And we can turn those straight into clothes. We don't need 2 things. Yeah, they don't, KCVG, they don't have electronics. They do have batteries. I don't want to take batteries there, though. Hopefully we still have some batteries there. Chemicals, I thought they had batteries and electronics. No, it's batteries and textiles. And Huntington has electronics. So maybe, well, you know what? Maybe I'll take some batteries down there. We'll buy electronics here. Actually, we can buy both. Huntington, batteries and electronics. At that airport, build them there and sell them straight to the airport. Yeah, so we won't take batteries at all. We're going to take textiles. Let me get back over here. By the way, missions, see, like stuff like that, clothing. We'll pay. Oh my goodness, that's what we got to do. Clothing, KCVG on a mission. They'll pay £96 per clothes. Guess what? We make clothes. We make clothes there, so we're gonna. Oh hell yeah! And there's no time limit. We're gonna make some clothes, man. Up to 441 pounds of clothes. That's awesome. I'm glad we just figured that one out. So textiles, yeah, hell yeah. So let's buy some clothes. What was 418 pounds? 418. And that should put us full 7,106. We have enough money for that. This is awesome. Alright, so we've got our textiles. We need to move our clothes over here. That's 776 pounds, so I have to figure that out. Because, you know, we use the A to A, so we'll have to figure it out with passenger weights and all that. Estimated range, it's 107. It's an estimated range of 105. I'm going to put 130s. I always like to have, obviously, well, I'm actually going to move it up because I want our fuel to be at 14 gallons. That way I can put 7 in each. Yes, that is very nice. I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy. Because we need money, and hell, I can just fly another flight up here to Cincinnati, even if there's not a job there. We can fly it up here and make a bunch of money. That's going to work out very well. In fact, what was it? They're going to pay, let me see. Missions. Let me bring that, let's see, 96 pounds, and what did they say, 414 pounds? Up to 441. So 441 times 96 pounds. That's 42,000 freaking dollars. Holy hell. I mean, that's 3 months of our... Oh yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that, definitely. That's awesome. Alright, anyway, let's get this flying. I almost forget how. Because we haven't done cargo jobs in such a long time. We're already loaded up. Let's go ahead and fly. I can't... Because didn't Air Hauler had a different setup? I don't know. But we're loaded. We're loaded. I know we're loaded. See, it's been so, like I say, it's been such a long time, I almost forget how. But yeah, we'll go over here, fly this ourselves. We're going to Huntington, KHTS. And it's going to be out to the east, by the way. We're good with 134 range right there, 14 gallons. VFR, although we'll have to switch it. We're going to be flying out mainly to the east, so I'm going to go 7,500. I was going to say we could do 5,500 feet, but it's alright. I don't want to fly at night. Made that mistake before. Like I said, parking 26 is what I like to do. Ramp GA medium. I think that's it. Oh, well, look at that. Now, last position is usable or something? This is weird. Maybe it's just the last update. Alright. Alright. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and meet up at the plane. Alright, everybody, here we are at the plane. We're in beautiful Cincinnati. Let's go over here. Took the passengers out because I was going up empty. Whoops. Put you right here. You right there. And you right there. Now we need to make these all both tanks 7 gallons. It kind of sucks is we're losing a half. That's alright. Now, 40 pounds, like, it's a little bit complicated because we're in a cargo configuration, so you can actually put more weight in because there's no seats and stuff like that, I guess. That's how I did it, if you remember my original air hauler. How I was making up how much the planes can take and everything because, well, there's no seats and stuff like that in a cargo plane. So let's make this, you can go 173. It's about as good as we're going to do it. So I'll just put it that our total weight is the maximum that we can do, because you see it goes into the red there. So we'll say that that's good right there. Kind of complicated how we have to do that, just because the way the A to A, we have to load it ourselves, so it's kind of weird. Let's go ahead and put our headphones on. Some people like it loud, some people like it not so much. I haven't posted the videos where I was asking about it, so I'll just do that just in case. Alright, chicane started up, so I'm not going to go through that. Priming, of course. Alright, let me get out to my procedures. Like I say, we're not doing the auxiliary fuel pump or anything. Let's go ahead. Master switch should come on. Beacon coming on. Alright, auxiliary fuel, like I said, we're not doing that. Need to move my throttle up a little bit. Give her just a little bit of fuel. See if we can get her started. There she is. Advance to that. Move my throttle up a little more. There she goes. So let's move her back to 45. Let's move her back to 40. We'll say that. Let's see. Oil pressure. We do have pressures in the green. And you can see the temperature's already in the green as well. But anyway, navigation lights, those are coming on. Electrical system, the master switch goes off. Taxi and landing lights coming on. Engine RPM comes off. And we'll watch that come down. Should we hit that? Now increase this to 1500. You can see with the ammeter it does in fact go up. Man, that doesn't sound good at all. Is it just me or does it sound really clunky? Like maybe our plugs are fouled again or something? Alright, and I think we're good right there. Turn those off. I didn't see any annunciator, anything on the panel, but I don't know if I really looked. Avionics master switch can come on. We'll turn on all of our avionics. Put that into standby. Turn that on.
Cincinnati, ground, Wisconsin 40906.
By the way, she hasn't. Let me see something. Because Air Hauler hasn't said anything. I'll put that in GPS. The flaps are retracted. The radios are all on. Let's hit up these guys. Like I said, actually, we're not. Let me actually switch the radio, because like I said, we're not going to actually use them. Alright, I'm trying to think of exactly what I should do. Go ahead and turn on the taxi light, because we're just going to go straight over to the runway. I'm a little concerned that FSX has, or Air Hauler hasn't said anything to us. There she goes, taxi and takeoff. Alright. Because I had a problem earlier when I was trying to start up, have this thing start up FSX, and it kept stalling at 29%. FSX did, but when I started up, I switched it over to network mode, and it everything worked correctly. So I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, she sounds clunky, didn't she? When we hit her up to 1500 RPM, it sounded freaking clunky as hell. So we'll check that out when we land in Huntington, because I don't want to mess with it just right now. So you have to tell it, you know, override the since your plane is running and all that. So I don't want it to screw up anything. By the way, we're getting a little fast here. Our runway heading, need to make sure, is 186. It's kind of weird with the noise turned down because I keep trying to listen to our RPMs down there. Let's see. Which is closer? Oh, we got one right there. That one goes clear down, so we'll go over here to the left. Yeah, she doesn't sound all that good, all that healthy. Alright, come over here. Go off to the left. I'm thinking one thing is, one reason the plugs get fouled and stuff is when we do the replunt FS recorder, I think that messes with the plane as well because it doesn't totally show it right and everything. Like some of the wheels don't move, the flaps are always retracted, and I think that also messes with the plugs and everything, stuff like that as well. Since FS Recorder doesn't do I don't know, it doesn't do everything totally correctly with this plane, and obviously this plane is not anything like a stock plane or anything like that. So I think it kind of messes with it. Whoa, spun around a little bit. All right, so this is 18 right. Come up here and get stopped. Alright. Alright, let's stop right here. Parking brake going on. Just a little bit more. There we go. Throttle. Alright, the parking brake is set. We'll do our run up. Parking brake is set. Don't care about the seats and the doors. Flight controls. Everything is good. Rudder pedals, everything is good. Fuel quantity, 6 and 6. It really should be 7 and 7, but like I said, it was 6.5, 6.5 really. So that's all right. All right, flight instruments. Let's actually set up our autopilot. We said 7,500. All right, fuel selector valve is in both. Get rid of the yoke here. Alright. Mixture is rich. Throw goes to 1800. Try and get it right there about 1800. We're probably going to fail this, I'm afraid. Oh, that's good. Whoa. Actually, I think that actually passed. Vacuum gauge. We're barely in the green. Let's see. Engine instruments, everything. Annunciator panel, that's good. So we can move this down to 1,000 or less. I'm going to go ahead and turn the pitot heat on. Let's see. Strobe lights we need on. Landing lights need to come on. We go ahead and turn this on. Our transponder. It's at 1200, which is good. Radios and everything are set. Autopilot is set to 7,500 feet. Let me do one thing, get these messages off of here. There, those are off. Make this a little bit smaller as well. This can come back on. Parking brake is off, and we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. Actually, I kind of forgot to check. Man, we're sitting so high. It's not like we're real high, but I keep forgetting that screws with it. We were already coming on the runway, and I had my hands full. So, it was clear. Let's say that. We don't have much traffic around us anyway. Alright, here we go. Man, she's wanting to go straight left on me. I'm trying to fight her back. Right at about 55 knots. Man, she is squirrely all of a sudden. This thing sorted out. That was not a good takeoff. And she's really wanting to go left. I don't know if that has anything to do with the weights or what. And you know what? I'm also a dumbass. I just made a huge mistake. We did not have any flaps. And I have the procedures right in front of me, and I skipped over that. I'm a dumbass. Somehow I managed to screw up something every flight. Idiot. That's kind of a big thing to forget, too. And I've got the procedures in front of me. How did I skip that? It's second from the bottom, that's why. Yeah, I looked at the autopilot and then I skipped that because we're always trimmed correctly because the trim is reset, and then it's after trim, it's the wing flaps. That's how I missed it. Anyhow, let's go ahead and over to our left. Need to trim this a little bit more now. I'm gonna go straight right here. We're like at the edge of the runway for 36 right. I don't that we should probably go out further before we start turning. That's another thing I need to start doing. We're in a horrible area right now. If planes were approaching, I'd be getting yelled at. Trimmed a lot better now. Go ahead and set the autopilot. Put that nav. Let's go ahead and arm it for the altitude. Whoops. Climb at 700. Arm for the altitude. That speed will come back down. And this wants us set to 118, which is the desired track. Yeah, not getting off to a good start. I can't believe I forgot the flaps, man. Second from the bottom, and I thought I was ready, so I skipped it. I was dumb. Let's take a look at Cincinnati real quick. I saw something move. I think that chick was moving around. Cincinnati, hopefully someone will one day make an add-on for that. Like they did Memphis. Although I guess Memphis is a little bit bigger, plus it's a huge cargo place. So I'm more apt to make that one. And of course, that's Ohio. We're actually in Kentucky. The airport is in northern Kentucky. I think it's actually called the Northern Kentucky Cincinnati Airport. Everyone just calls it Cincinnati because Cincinnati is huge. I believe this right here is Covington, Kentucky that we're flying over, and then you get over to Cincinnati right over there. Everything is extremely dense. And we're climbing quite nicely. We've gone over 3,000 feet now. So we can go ahead and start leaning it out. We'll of course have to reduce our climb as well here in a bit. Cincinnati have a cousin and her husband and kids live up there. I don't know that they live in Cincinnati, but at least right close to it. I'm going to put that at 80%. It's kind of different with the headphones off. I'll show you. I don't know if I ever showed the difference or not. Kind of a big difference. Alright, we're at 4,000 feet. Our speed's starting to slow down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and move that to 600 feet a minute. And I'll go ahead and put this at 70. I just do a rough estimate. I know once we're around 6,000 feet or so, I'm going to have this around 40. Then once we get up to 7,500, we'll start doing a better job at leaning. And get what our true mixture should be. It's a short flight. See, we're only 102 miles out. Less than an hour and a half would be much quicker than that. So, tell you what, I'll go ahead and speed her up, and we shall be right back. Alright, everybody, gonna slow it down here. I think we're about 26, 28 miles out. 25 now. We're up here at 7,500 feet. We're not gonna talk to the tower, of course. We're actually, if you look at it, we're actually landing on, I can't see it now, on runway 12, so it's literally straight in. So let's go over here and select our approach. ILS runway 12. Hunt down here. Load that up. So we're gonna go hunt. We're not gonna do the whole turn. I don't see any point in that. So if we go down to hunt, we go down to about 2,300 feet. And activate that. The heading for the runway is 119. I can't get it. There goes 119. I was doing that earlier. It goes 118 to 120. Let's go down. What did I say? 2,300. Just send it 400 feet a minute. Arm the altitude. And I'm going to go ahead and speed her back up. Yeah, we won't do the whole turn. It seems like a waste of our time, to be quite honest. This is the reason I don't want to do it. Yeah, the one that we had before Hunt was actually Wiley, which was 2,600. I don't see that though, and that's at up to Naples, Hunt, the turn, Naples, Hunt. Let me come over here, get rid of that real quick. 125.2. If we're in range.
Huntington Airport information, Papa 1432 Zulu.
Yeah, we got low
wind
fuel.
231 at 4. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions clear. Temperature to gauge 2.15. Altimeter 3025. Huntington
Right, so
Airport
3025.
1433 Zulu. Wind 060 at 4.
Let's zoom in here.
Visibility greater than 20
Well, I think
miles.
we're already at it.
Sky conditions clear.
302, not quite.
Altimeter 30. Huntington Airport
3025 right there.
1433 Zulu. Wind 060 at.
Alright, we can get that off. 109.9 is the ILS frequency. So see, once you go to a hunt, then back to Naples, then turn, come back. Hunt is in 11 miles, and we need to be at 2,300 feet. Somehow we're not quite descending quick enough. So I'll go to 600 real quick. We need to get on down. We're at 5,500 feet. We got about 3,000 feet to go, and only 10 miles which to do it. Could pull back on the throttle a little bit. See, right there's the approach right before Hunt. We should be good. I'm surprised our fuel has gotten so low. Although it's actually 5 gallons in each. We started out with 7. I think we took off with it said 6. It's not that bad. Yeah, 109, 109. About 5,000 feet. 7 miles. Out from Hunt. I think that is the airport. So we'll see what that says. Maybe we can see the PAPI lights, if that is in fact the airport. Got about 2,000 feet to go and 6 miles in which to do it. Saw the flash. Just let it down to 500. We might be sending a little too quick. we going normal speed? No, we're going 2x. We've landed at 2x before. I did it in that, I think, a 747 over in Asia. Try not to make that mistake again. So let's see if we switch that over. We actually need to be down a little bit more. Maybe that's a 700. We need to put this in. I had this problem last time. If you're anything more than normal, when she goes left and right, she just does it constant because she can't get on it. Yeah, we need to get down. Go back on the throttle just a little bit. See if we can catch back up to it. Yeah. Go ahead and get that off the screen because we're not going to use the GPS anymore at all. Slowly we're catching back up. Take that off from arming the altitude. Coming back on the glide slope. I can't remember, is it the third one? Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the approach hold. We're going to come in quicker than normal. Because we've been coming quite slow and people have noticed that. So I'm going to come in. I actually did this at Cincinnati. Came in a lot quicker. Actually landed pretty well. Not that that coming in quicker affected the actual landing. We do come in quite slow. I'm going to go ahead and switch this. Okay, so we are normal. And we're doing a lot of left to right, aren't we? Make sure. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of left to right motion right now. A little odd. Unless we have got some wind or something blowing us around. It's crazy. Keep checking to make sure we're normal. It almost really doesn't feel like it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the autopilot. We're going to start pulling down on the speed. Back on the throttle. It says we're slightly high. I'm alright with that. She needs to get over, though. By the way, don't want to forget that. Alright, let's work on getting down because our flaps are about to pull us back up. There we go. Oh, whoa. Good thing we don't have passengers because I really forced that yoke down. I shouldn't have.
500.
Alright.
Minimums.
Full flaps. We are a little high. Trying to trim it on down as well. Alright, we're right on her now. Pull her up there for a second.
50. 40.
Alright, bringing the power back.
30. 20. 10.
Smooth again. Retracting the flaps. Guess we could pull off here. Oh, brakes worked a little bit better than I was thinking. I was gonna say, because we go down here to get over, which makes more sense, I guess, technically. We don't have to use your brakes. What do they call that? An owner's landing? When you don't even use the brakes, you just go on down. Move this to 40. Go ahead and stop over here. Alright, because the flaps are retracted, let me go ahead and stop that. Fuel heat can come off, strobe and landing lights also come off. Like I said, we're at 40, so we're already leaned out. Let's go ahead and go over here and park. I don't know why she's making those weird noises. We weren't even moving as she was making those weird noises. Alright. Almost looks like there's a plane there. US Airway? No, US Air? Nah, maybe there isn't. It kind of looks like the tail here, blue tail with the red and white body. Technically, there should be a there is. That's a Dash 8. There should be a Dash 8, I would figure. Because we took off at 12 something, so let's see. Is that Zulu time? I can't remember if that's our time. I'm not even sure if we started up at the correct time. Yeah, there is a plane there. We'll go park over by him. I don't know if we can get to the left, and we'll have to go around to the right. Which is just fine. We are taxiing quite quick, aren't we? That throttle back. If taxiing was a race, I'd always win. I don't know why I taxi so fast. Actually, I do know why. It's because I hate it. Yeah, we'll come over here. Yeah, that building is like always there now. I don't ever remember seeing that before. It's like a new thing. I think we were supposed to take that last taxi line to come over. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a left right here. There's one ahead of us, or we can take this one right here. Let's go to this one right here. Be next to the Dash 8. Alright, slow her down here. Alright, parking brake goes on. Get out my procedures here. Parking brake is set. Electrical equipment. Actually, you can come and standby. I should have already turned you to standby. Or we can turn off. Turn that off. Off, off, off. And off. See, the avionics master switch I know comes off. Mixture. Put that in cut. Beacon. That goes off. And that goes off. Whoop. That goes off as well. I want to check one thing. What does this say? You really need to pre-flight the aircraft. See, I think FS Recorder is messing that up. Stall warning, opening claimed. I'll do that after we unload, just to make sure it doesn't mess anything up. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish this. Smooth. Alright, took off at 1:33, land 2:43, not quite an hour 10 minutes. Took off with 75 pounds of fuel, landed with 53 using 22 pounds. Max altitude 7,511 feet. Maximum pitch negative 14.29. Max roll 12.4. Maximum speed 110.4. Minimum G 0.2. Minimum G's exceeded 0. Maximum G is 1.37. That was when I pulled that yoke at the end. Maximum G is 0. Like, we didn't have any passengers, like I said. Sol false, overspeed false, landing description smooth, landing gear down, of course, true, land on asphalt, no damage to the surface or the plane. Landing vertical speed was 148.9, it still seems kinda high. Landing speed 41.1, landing pitch negative 8.9, landing roll minus 1.4, landing heading 116, landing wind speed 3, landing wind direction 5.7. So wasn't that kind of a crosswind? It would come down a little bit quick. I should have pulled back a little more, I guess. We don't have anything because no passengers. So let's go over here to our... that's not what I wanted. Company information. Let's check out the finance. Well, we haven't unloaded it, have we? Let's go to our fleet. Alright, so go ahead and unload that and get paid. Let's just look at that real quick. Info. We gained 0.4 actually, I think. Reputation log. Alright, so cargo we got the full 100 on that. Moved it from 31 to 31.4, which is pretty cool. Financially, we're still $4,000 short, but that's alright. Well, not what I wanted to do. Go back over to fleet. Load and unload. Let's go ahead and unload these textiles. To our storage, yes. Okay. And let's go over look at our factories. We can get these so where are the textiles? We just brought that back, obviously. Textiles at airport space. Okay, that's why. Maybe. Okay, so let's move it to our factory. I don't know where our batteries went. Where are they? I think we may have actually lost our batteries because I don't see them anywhere now. That kind of sucks. Luckily, there's only 20, I think. Textiles. So, factory details. Textiles, sweet. So 1 for 1, which is very cool. That means we can make 418 pounds of clothing. So let's get that going. We're gonna make clothing. 418. That's a 3. 418. It's like 252 minutes. Yes, make our clothing. So that is very cool. Let's go over to our plane again. Go back over here. Excellent shape. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. Alright, 418. It'll probably actually mix some here in a second. Yeah, clothing, you can see it's already down to 100. We've already got 110 of our clothing, and it's already down to 308. So actually it makes it really quick. Which is very cool. That means on the next flight, I'm going to go back to Cincy, and we're going to sell all those. We're going to make so much money off that. It almost feels like cheating, but it doesn't. It's not cheating at all. Because I guess it's going to count as our mission, and of course, when we go over here, reputation graph, our mission's still stuck at 20 where we start at, so I'm guessing that's going to go up. Because there's that humanitarian mission, which is still not available. So I'm thinking that the mission rep is the actual mission that we're going to be doing right here, taking our clothing up here. That's awesome. If that's always clothing, that's going to be really cool. Name Evan Hobbs. We're taking 441 pounds. I hope you don't have to take the full 441. I think it says up to. So that should be pretty cool. And let's see, cargo jobs. There's still a line here. I don't know if that's just... Come over here to Huntington. Alright. See, alright, so the line is gone. So there is no Huntington job. Killing, I was actually looking at that as well. See, that's really heavy though. Battery packs, 526 pounds. So we wouldn't be, our maximum is like 776 or whatever, so we can't do that on the way to Cincy, because we'll be overloaded big time. That's pretty cool. So hopefully this will get going, and yeah, on the next flight we're gonna go back to Huntington. It'll be hopefully our first mission flight, 107 miles, and make a killing hopefully on that money. That's gonna be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you all did enjoy it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.